What's up, guys? I'm Hamlik, and today we are going to be talking about practice. In today's video, we're going to talk about practice schedules, how to approach practice, how to plan for practice, and how to execute your practice. And I'm going to use it in relation to our week 2 game and kind of my experience with my team this season and historically. So before we dive into it, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, and let's get into it. All right, so boys, let's talk about practice. But before we do, this is the episode 2 of our Building the Ultimate Team series. And so week 1, I talked about, or not week 1, but game 1, I talked about what you should be looking for when you're trying to join a team or create a team, how you should approach that. And now today I'm going to go over how practice could be approached and what you guys should do. So the first things first is that you guys need to have a practice schedule. Okay, you have to have a practice schedule, whatever that is, right? You guys can all decide for yourselves what you want the practice schedule to be, right? Whether it's 1 day a week, 2 days a week, 3 days a week, 4 days a week, right? 5 days a week, it doesn't matter. It's all up to you guys. And you need to have, at least, I would say beginning team, at least 10 hours a week of practice. And that's really not much to ask for when you're talking about Counter-Strike. So from my experience with my team this season, we practiced 5 days a week for 5 hours. Okay, so that's that's a little bit on the extreme side. You don't necessarily have to practice that much, but it just depends on how serious you are with your team. So you really need to get into it with your team and really decide, like, this is our practice schedule and we're setting it this day. Whatever days you choose, however many hours you choose, it's all up to you guys, right? So to round off the practice schedule stuff, just make sure that it's something that's set in stone, that you guys agree to every single week. These are the times that we're practicing. This is what we're going to do. Second thing, make sure that everybody is prepared for practice. So if you're the IGL, right, you need to decide what topic you want to do, what strats you want to go over, and everything that you want to do as a team ahead of time, right? And then you need to tell everybody, hey, these are the things I want to go over. Oh, yeah. Someone just left it nice. So you guys can decide the things that... So you decide what you guys want to go over. You send it off to all your teammates so everybody knows what's going to happen during that practice or those scrims or whatever, right? And then... So the expectation is known for the whole team. So when you get in, not everybody's just throwing nades everywhere or whatnot, and you just get in, you go over what you need to do, you work on it, you perfect it, and then you go about your day, right? So what I usually do, I'm kind of an old man, so what I like to do is I have like a quote of the day, right? So most days I have a quote that's like, hey, boom, this dumb quote, make fun of me for whatever it's worth, right? Maybe something inspirational, maybe it's something not inspirational, maybe it's just me being an angry old man, who knows? But I do something, right? And then before practice starts, I tell everyone, hey, this is what we're going over today and why, right? And then that's what we do. So we got schedule and then being prepared for practice, all right? And that brings me to the next topic, which is how should you approach practice? So I'm going to talk about what my team does, and then maybe it'll give you guys some inspiration for your team. Obviously what we do is a little bit more extreme than everybody else. We practice 25 hours a week, Sunday through Friday, 5 p.m. PS or 6 p.m. PST till like 10:30. right? That's just what we do. That's when we play our games and everything. So that's our schedule, right? And then I have my quote of the day. We go to practice. I tell everybody what we're going to go over and why, and then we go over it. We don't have people just sitting around trying to find nades and blah, blah, blah. That's on your own time. If you don't know nades, you need to figure it out on your own. Like, people shouldn't be throwing random shit, flying around the practice server, whatever it is. Like, you don't need that. It's just a waste of your time, and it's just going to make practice drag on and not be as useful as it could be, right? So then the next thing I want to talk about, obviously, is keeping practice focused, right? People jag-bagging around and goofing off and not listening or not trying their best or whatever. It's just a waste of everybody's time for practice, because you're not going to get better unless you're given 100% effort. Because if you're giving a half-ass effort, you're practicing at that half-ass effort. When it gets to game time, it's full effort, but you're practicing at a half-ass effort. So your half-ass nade timings or whatever it is going to show, right? And you're going to end up screwing the poo. Okay? So you want to have an efficient practice that's focused. And then don't have too many things, IGLs. Don't go in there. Like, know your team. Like, if you have a bunch of smart guys, you can do a little bit more, but don't overwhelm everybody every week. Okay, guys? Keep it focused. Don't let, you know, things get in the way of your progress. You have to go 110%. 110% of the time. Otherwise, you're wasting everybody. Let's talk about having something to strive for, right? So you go over whatever you want to go over. You do your thing, right? And then what are we striving for today? Okay, so today's goal, right? We've really been struggling taking apartments on Inferno. So let's really focus in today's scrims on taking apartments on Inferno and trying new ways to do it or whatever it is, right? And have that focused mindset. And it could be anything, right? Like it literally could be as simple as that. It really doesn't have to be anything special. But anyways, guys, I hope you found this useful. You know, remember, get your schedules together, be prepared for practice, make sure everybody is staying focused at practice. Don't allow goofing off, and make sure everybody's giving their 110% effort. And yeah, that's what I got for you today. So if you missed the first episode where I talked about what you should be looking for in a team and how you should approach that, go ahead and click the video above. If you want to watch the league match that correlates with this video for week 2, it's going to be at the top right of the screen there for you. So make sure you guys go ahead and like and subscribe, click on those, and we'll catch you next time.